Right here, y'all are reading in the Bible, chapter 7. Verse 4. How can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye? And look, a plank is in your own eye. I love that part. Now, what is it talking about right there? Let's find a few examples. What is it talking about? The example ain't gonna be good now. You shouldn't do it neither, but it's just an example. Somebody telling you to quit smoking a cigarette. But they like committing adultery. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so somebody telling you, I got scars all over my body now. I done showed y'all them. I got scars there with knife scars. Said, no, man, guy said, you better stop. I remember when I got the tattoo, boy, I had a nightmare. I never got another tattoo in my life. They were tearing that arm up. Took my arm to hell. But you tell me, you need to stop smoking a cigarette, but you stole my money. You need to stop smoking a cigarette, but you kidnapped my child. You need, you know what I'm saying? You need to stop smoking a cigarette, but you sleeping around on your wife. I learned this when I was young, though. People will tell you to stop energy as if they passed the test. Like, I seen people quit stuff that everybody say quit, just to wind up doing the same thing they doing. That ain't passing the test. That ain't quitting. When you quit something, you gotta treat me like all my habit. Look at her scared. All my she needed, baby. All my habit. You can go home. They ain't gonna worry about you. They ain't gonna say nothing about you, Sean. Not yet. Not until God say something. Right now, God told me to leave y'all. It ain't even worth it. You can go home with your scary ass. But anyway, you just know y'all got you better back off. All y'all better back off. You better hurry. Whatever this is this we got going on, you lucky I understand that it's a process that's gotta go on through. You lucky I understand it's a process that gotta go on through. Y'all probably cut my power off. I don't need no power. I don't need no phone 410, 411. When I said it, I don't need none of this. I go off on, I'm already the light bulb in itself. I don't need nothing. Y'all took it all just to see me wear a frown on my face. That didn't do nothing but help me find myself. Anyway, back to the real story here, back to what's relevant and not the irrelevant. You take your black ass, excuse me, my bad. I ain't finna start it over. I ain't gonna start it over. I'm not starting it over, y'all. How we work this part of my chest, YouTube? I got this new chest now, And I gotta figure out how to work this part. I ain't never had any part. Workout stuff, no homo. Man. Yeah, I'll be out there wilding, bro. You can try me if you want to. But it ain't gonna be good for you, though. I'm born and raised out here with all that crap, with all that, where everything starts from. So I learned how to live amongst people who choose to do their life this way, choose to do their life this way. I can mingle with these people, be friends with these people, and not be tainted by these people. And that means I'm tough as nails, bro. So you can try it if you want to. Now, anyway, I'm a whole man out here. I know ain't nobody interested in no good man, no good woman these days. Well, fine. I'm still in this lane right here, though. Enjoy it. You can look on the sideline with the women that can't have them. Enjoy yourself. Shit, I can't do nothing about that. I can only take care of my energy. Y'all out there wild and just sharing everything with everybody. I'm not saying nothing wrong. I'm saying they can be a woman with a man. I'm just saying y'all just ain't no. Where the love at? I don't see no love no more. All I see is people going from bed to bed, bed to bed. We need to change the topic of discussion. That's what the problem is. Obviously, the topic of discussion throwing everybody in the trash can. Like that thing, that boy that was running, the trash can just flew on top of his head. I don't know where they be finding this stuff at on YouTube, boy. But anyway, back to what's relevant. What I was saying. Yeah. So I learned to transmute energy. Like, I had a lot of habits. I hated to read. I couldn't stand to look at a book. But I had to get rid of stuff. So it was either sex or marijuana. One. When I transmuted the energy from them, when I transmuted the energy from either marijuana or weed, I started reading. I think I did that in Charleston, South Carolina when I was young, because the first book I started reading, it was 2 books actually. It was the Bible. But I read this old boxing book. I hated books, bro. But I read, the Bible was going to probably come natural to me for some reason. It was like it was hooked to me. It's actually part of my superhero. Don't copy, I'm telling y'all, bro. I got shit going on. It's fine. The superhero I'm creating, fine. My guitar and my superhero, and maybe a medicine, and maybe a medicine. I think somebody already making this medicine up. And maybe a medicine. It's like a pill. People could take a vitamin and it give you all your nutrients for so long, and you ain't gotta eat if you don't want to. You just eat the taste. Just taste your food. But that's all I came up with. But somebody's supposed to come up with a genius idea where it keep your youthfulness and give you a lot of energy, bro. But it's gonna be natural energy somehow, and it ain't gonna play against God. It ain't gonna be play against God, and God gonna approve it, and it's gonna accelerate this vitamin or pill or whatever this gonna be to a very high degree. See, most of the time we do something, we create something that God doesn't approve, and we fund it and give it money in nature and all that make nature go with it, like plastic and chemicals and tobacco. You know what I'm saying? We destroy everything. But this person's supposed to create this pill. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about a pill. What a mama? I'm just talking about a pill that give you your natural. I'm just talking about a pill that give you your natural. I'm just talking about a pill that give you your natural. That give you a natural. All your nutrients that you're supposed to need. And like I said, that pill, you probably still have to go to the doctor though. you still gonna have to go to the doctor to get this pill. Because everybody vitamin, like I said, you born, well, you come into this world, you might have a B deficiency. You might have a C deficiency. You might have an E deficiency, an iron deficiency. You might have some kind of deficiency, but somehow, when you really look at the biochemistry of that deficiency, what you were born with, when you came into this world out of your mother womb, it's perfect for wherever you came from. So, in terms of perfect for you somehow. So, you don't want to stray too far away from that deficiency, especially with a pill like this. In turn, meaning when you take this pill, you still will have to go take some iron pills or something like that. But that ain't what it's for. It's just to give you all your nutrients, because ain't nobody getting nutrients no more like they supposed to out of the food because of the population. The population is so great, we can't get natural organic food like we want to. Now I'm talking that country real stuff to y'all, bro. Why y'all out there in the city talking about we got this, y'all color purple down there, but we got the color purple is good. Jesus loved purple. Purple one of Jesus' favorite colors. And purple, last time I seen color purple, there's a lot of land out there. You can eat land. You can't eat concrete. I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all that. You color purple, he. It's funny how we made things that's realistic today a joke, and we made things that's relevant today a joke, and irrelevant stuff serious. Everything backwards and perverse. That's what perverse is. Backwards. Somebody screwed y'all up bad, bro. You lucky I ain't in real estate. You lucky I ain't in real estate. You lucky I ain't in real estate no more. You lucky my ex-wife did the two-step on me the other way in the wrong way, wrong direction, because by now I'd bought up a whole lot of land in the country, and I'd got on here and did election. And I had y'all come over here acting like you tough and bad because you got the city on your belt. I don't care who you were, especially if you was a big. I'm a change up the prices on your ass, bro. You a billionaire. Oh, you say you want that land right there, 2 acres, that'll be $1 billion. I go up on y'all ass, bro. You think you cool, tough, cause you around a bunch of people. What you gonna do, eat each other? Probably. Cause ain't no food around you. You gonna get hungry. When you keep eating that plastic food, you still gonna get hungry. Cause you ain't getting no nutrients. But anyway, that's besides the story. But anyway, so this pill creates something. This pill is to be invented. So, you only gotta take 1 pill a month. Something like that. A whole month. It keep your youth and your nutrients. It keep them in you somehow. This pill keeps on giving you, like you from your baby when you came in here, it keeps on supplying your nutrients to you like you're supposed to get it. And like I said, if you got a deficiency, you ain't gonna have a deficiency in 1 or 2 areas when it comes to nutrients. Or just maybe 1. You just have to go get vitamin E. Some people might have to go get vitamin B, which is gonna be good. So, with that being said, you won't have to eat. You'll just eat to taste food. That's gonna drop the obesity population down. You see what I'm saying here? I'm in the wrong place. I want me to dance the same guy do too, and I want to dance the same. But hell, man, the power, I got more excuses than a little bit not to dance the same. And the main one is the fact that somebody been living in my shadow, stealing all my money, and I've been going 75 years dancing and singing, and got 1 damn dime and penny for it. And I'm already 40 years. Hell, I started off tired. When I was on Facebook, I told you I was tired. I'd rather just do lectures, but I gotta do what God tell me to do, because that's the Father. I love music. I'm gonna have to train me some energy to do it, though. And I don't know how to do it, because I ain't got nothing to train me energy to. Because y'all got me living in somebody else's shadow. I ain't gonna be able to keep this up now. I'm only doing it now because God told me I gotta do it. Otherwise, I'd have been a quit, shut everything down. But anyway, I guess God got another plan. You know what I'm saying? To get back whoever got me, whoever throw me down. So I need to keep going. It's like a wire. You know what I'm saying? It's like a wire. It's gonna catch everybody who use me, and their ass is gonna be in my situation. I saw this one time. I saw this situation, the end of it, and everybody who put me in this situation, they got in this. They had to get in this situation. They started killing themselves. A couple of them killed themselves, hung themselves or something. Couldn't even do it. They went 1 or 2 years, couldn't even do it, hung themselves. I've been in here for 7 years. But anyway, so that's the pill. And my good tar, I, my good tar, I can't tell y'all, it's bad though. My good tar bad, bro. It's called the Electric Heart guitar. Beautiful. Beautifulest thing in the world. I knew better to draw it and whatever. I knew y'all was stealing stuff. See, I caught y'all stealing when that flame came in here, and I told y'all I made a circle guitar, and y'all made a circle guitar, and y'all had it on YouTube. I caught y'all then. I knew people were stealing real bad then, because I had just, Shawty was in here, and we was doing meth together then, and y'all had them cameras watching me do meth. Thought y'all had somebody. You see, somebody got an issue. You know I had an issue. You had them cameras on, but when you gonna help somebody though? Me and God got y'all asses. We tore y'all ass up. But anyway, we checkmated y'all, bro. We tore y'all ass up, bro. I don't like nothing to control me. Nothing. I can't wait to quit smoking cigarette. I don't like nothing to control me. Except for if God put a man in charge of me. If I got work for somebody, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I ain't the kind of person to go to a job and say, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit my job. As soon as I get that. If I got a pretty good job and I got a good boss, I'm probably gonna stay there as long as I can till they fire me. And normally that's 5 to 10 years. I get fired. Boom, go get another one. By that time, I done found another one. Done talked to the boss. Done got in good with the boss, and he just tell me, hey man, when you leave, just come on up here. I had one boss tell me I ain't even got to fill out no paperwork. I worked so good for him. He was the best boss I had. He was the boss over Fruit of the Loom. I think that was back in 2007, before, a little before, they moved the company. But he the one that really put me on my, well, I had a lot of good bosses, but he was a great, I think he was an angel or something. He used to run to work. He stayed from work, he stayed miles from work. We was working on the mountain and everything. He used to run to work every day. I think he was an angel. But he taught me. I was in my thug way back then still. But I was still watching them all. And at that, what I mean by that is that I've been quit being a thug and a gangster, but I had to sow my royal. I had to suffer. I had to deal with the karma from all the stuff that I did in my days. So at that time, I was on drugs and throw it all bad. And he brought me in his office. He said, I shouldn't hire you. I shouldn't do nothing. And told me why. And they knew I was on powder and everything. He said, but I'm going to give you a chance to clean your life up. Because you too young for this. And he gave me a job when he shouldn't have, didn't have to. And he said, matter of fact, I ain't only going to give you a job. He gave me a list of the jobs, a huge job. He said, choose which job you want in this whole plant. He said, these are the 2 highest paid jobs. I said, I want that. He said, can you do them? I said, no. You still want them? I said, yeah. I said, he said, well, I'll let you try the back one first, then you'll try it. Because he said, these 2 is hard. And they were rough. then I had to work with Guatemalan, Hispanics, and um, um, Hispanics, and I forgot. Just put it like that. I had to run hard at work. I had to damn near run at work, and we had to pick up these batches that was over 1,000 pounds. It was cloth though, but you know it's amazing how strong you get um, working like that in that atmosphere for so long. After a while, we started throwing 1,000 pounds of cloth on our shoulders by ourselves because you gotta get paid by the batches. And I had to work with Hispanics, Guatemalans, and racist people, all kind of people. So we had to run and get the batches and line the batches up, and you got paid for the batches after so many hours. And you could just stay on over at work and work over. Some people would stay over so much when the other shift come in, they'll tell that person go home. I work your shift too. We would. That's how it was, but that damn job was awesome. I hate it because they moved further along. I love that job. But I told you I was a hard worker. I don't think nobody put me. I think this is a program I was supposed to go in. I'm starting to be a little bit more easier now, especially after yesterday. I think I was being attacked by people. I think they were paid to attack me. I ain't got no choice but to look at it like that, y'all. Because if I look at it any kind of other way, it ain't gonna be pretty. You know what I'm saying? This is a more peaceful way to look at it. And it kind of balanced out the scale for me with everybody. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I was on something way more simple on this right here. It's like people tell you, oh yeah, that's why I was trying to transmute my energy from weed to running. I hated running too. I hated running. I hated exercise. I was chunky, bro. I hated running. I hated exercising. So I transmuted weed and sex for reading and exercising. And then I had transmuted cigarette when I did quit. Like I said, I ain't smoked a cigarette 20 years. So when I transmuted cigarette, it might have been real. I can't remember. You gotta transmute energy. Like if cigarettes is something you did more fluent and often, you're gonna have to transmute that energy for something that you're gonna wanna do fluent and more often, which would probably be exercising, running, walking, reading a book. You gotta transmute the energy with good stuff. Y'all can't just cut them energies off. I've been noticing that's what's killing a lot of y'all. That's why a lot of y'all keep going back to the horses and, you know, the little crazy lifestyle. Because you ain't you cutting the life off. But if you cutting the energy off and you're not transmuting it to new energy, then guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna always think about the previous energy. Then next thing you know, you're gonna call up the old energy. And then the old energy gonna tell you how we still hold energy. And you're gonna be like, oh yeah, but we got this going, we got dough energy. And then next thing you know, you're gonna be calling the old whole dough energy up more than too often. Next thing you know, you're gonna be back to being a hoe. That's the way it works. Then you're gonna be blaming her, thinking she the devil. Ain't no devil, wasn't no devil in it at that point. You did it to yourself. The devil Satan just introduced y'all. They keep going back and forth. That's on y'all. I told y'all I met Satan. Satan already conquered all that stuff. I don't know what Satan and God beef is with each other, but it done conquered all that. That's why it introduced it to you. That's why it tell you to do it. And once it tell you to do it, and you do it, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be ooh. Cause Satan was part of it that time, so it's gonna feel like it was heaven sent probably when you sin. That's why you don't never find that first high again. You never get that first high again because it was a trap. All the higher energies were there. You was vibrating higher. And they watched you. God watched you too. God, and when Satan told you to do something wrong, God and Satan watch you do it. That's why I feel sorry for the chosen one that keep going backwards like that, because God watches everything. And he come right back. He don't really come back and tell me. It's like when they come back into my body, I hear it. It's like he laid. It's like, imagine God can hear everything. I told God I felt so sorry for him in heaven. I don't know why I said that to God, because we friends and I love him so much. And he showed me how it feel to be him, like to get this information. If you only knew how many people in the world claim they love God and what they say to God when they don't get what they want and stuff, it's amazing. And what they do when they think God ain't looking. And I told God something, and he let me share just a percentage of their energy. And it was, oh my God, I was on my knee crying, going crazy. They were picking on me on the other side. They said, ain't nothing wrong with you. I ain't just talking like walking in them bones, women I like to deal with. They said, ain't nothing wrong with you. That's how they were talking. And God was like, he let me keep it, but and as I kept it, I had to learn how to cut it off. But now I don't know how to cut it on. Like, I'd rather be a rapper or be off. But anyway, so when he come into my vessel, like I said, I'm an ambulatory floater, so I don't know what I am. I'm getting to whatever I am, to God, whatever I'm supposed to be doing here. And if it's a female that I supposed to deal with in the future, God would tell me, he would say, well, she over there on horse right now. So we gotta go to the spiritual council and see what's gonna happen. See if she can, cause she doing good in everything else. She just keep going backwards, jumping on the horse. So um, that could be anything. You know, I think that's a drug too, jumping on the horse or something like that. So it could be actual dude, or it could be probably cocaine, if I ain't mistaken. So he said we're gonna go to the council and see. And like the women that want me, it's like now they trying to put together energy. It ain't nothing. Like, this is the past. I think they found somebody now, y'all. I'm just trying to tell y'all something to teach y'all energy. I'm just trying to tell y'all something to teach y'all energy. That thing get on my nerve, bro. It ain't but one. I feel like it's a lot of them, don't it? It ain't but one. I don't know how I keep getting there. Oh, never mind. It's the cat. When I feed it, that's what's going on. Cat just had baby. And it been raining. But anyway, um, um, that probably the only cat I might not get. I'm gonna have to get rid of all the rest of them cats, y'all. Y'all go down there and pick them cats up. All them cat pregnant. That's about 40, 60 cats. They can't be in my yard. I'm gonna get rid of all of them, babies and all. I might keep, I might keep the one that be at the window and the two boy cats. That's it. I'm getting rid of them girls cat. But anyway, transmuting energy. That's what we talking about. So um, that's just my experience. A lot of experiences. I can go way back. It's a lot of things I had to transmute. Dark things I had to transmute. Very dark things I had to transmute. At a young age. At a very young age. Stuff that I was introduced to that most kids shouldn't have been introduced to. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of perfected it at a young age. So when it came down to drugs and simple stuff like sex, it was easy to transmute that. You know what I mean? Um, so I hope this helps some of y'all out there. So y'all can quit descending for nothing. It's hard, y'all, I know. That's the challenge in it. I told y'all I got to the point where I told God I don't want to be no chosen. when I really got to the point, I started getting the wealth. I started seeing everything for what it was, and I started seeing how melanin truly affect nature. I said, wait a minute. I'm not gonna get to do this, do none of this ever again. I don't want to be no chosen. I said, just like that. I don't want. He said, how you ain't gonna want to be no chosen? Well, he said, I ain't know what that means. Still don't know what that means. But over there in the ancestors saying, how you ain't gonna be want to be no chosen? And then I heard one ancestor tell me, I kept blaming myself because, like I said, I hear everything. I kept blaming myself. And one of the ancestors said, how do you, Tat? I can hear him talking junk like that. If I keep, because sometimes I blame myself to the point I descend and get my energy out and everything, and I be here just a dime. Empath stuff, that stuff will really take you under if you don't control it good. And the ancestors have to holler. I can hear them hollering inside of me. But just know, y'all, when you set up like that, and you're a chosen one, God watching y'all like with all his eyes, it's rough, y'all. It's spiritual cameras. I think they call it spiritual cameras. Y'all be like, they send monitor spirit, but the chosen, the 144,000, when people, I guess they know that now, when people send a monitor spirit to them, automatically it's one on you. Like, we must understand the cameras came from God. So, God got us really put together. One time I heard somebody put me together over there. I heard somebody put me together over there before I was back in the physical. I don't know if I was dead or I was a baby or what, but I remember one time a spiritual being was putting me together, and when it got done, it was like he said, I'm glad you're on our side, and they pushed me down the line.